Right, in this short video, I'm going to try and tell you about the Land Rover onboard air compressor. Is that what they call it, Tyler? Have they got a flash name for it? Integrated. Who doesn't need more integration in their life? An integrated air compressor. And that lives here on the left-hand side of your vehicle. And it's in this lovely, so if you're looking at buying a Defender, maybe second-hand in the future, and this is an option you can spec. And if you're lucky to buy one second-hand, then it's got this box here and you don't know what it does. This is an integrated air compressor. And we will show you how it works. But bear in mind, we've only been playing with it for half an hour. But we'll share our knowledge with you. Right, so why do you need an air compressor? So if you are going to go off-roading, you can reduce your tyre pressures so the tyres have got more grip. And you can go off-roading and you can get back on the highway. You can get this and get this compressor, and with a compressor it's no good to you without a little sack of delights. So you should have this little handbag, man bag thing, and inside it, if you're clever enough to coil it back up again, there should be this orange hose, and if you're really lucky you'll have some extra fittings for blowing up air beds, football and other inflatable objects. Enough said there, I think, Tyler. Right, then, so you can do that, and this will plug into there. Now, right, where shall we start, Tyler? So, right, you've got it, and you go to press the button, which should turn it on. Look. But it's not doing anything. Now, it's interesting. It actually, when you install this, and I've done the install video, and we'll put the install video there. Remind me if I don't do it for a free beanie hat. Right. So when you put that in, we have got one of these cheap little power outlets, and it's good because it tells you if there's power coming to this. Now, this power outlet is actually controlled. You shouldn't use, and I'll explain in a minute, you shouldn't use this compressor and this because they are both powered from the same fuse, which is fuse 20 in that fuse box there that looks like a compressor but isn't. Right. Now, but actually this machine is clever and it actually cuts the power to this baby. But at the moment you can see I've got no power to this and no power to this. Now, if you put your ignition on, that will solve it. But also, if you're lazy, you could just open a door. So if you watch this magic light here, when I open a door, boom, boom, with a bit of luck, it should have illuminated. You can see it on my finger there. So I now know I've got pressure here. And then if I press this, boom, powers up. So we've got it powered up now, so that is good. And you'll notice when it powers up, it kills the power to this power socket here. So you don't need to worry, but if you had something plugged in here, it would kill it for you. It would kill the power to it. Right. So we now have it. And you can now spin the dial again. You can go up, and this will set your pressure that you want the tyres to inflate to. And you can go all the way up, gosh, to 60, and then it goes into sort of feet mode, or you effing something or other, fill in the gaps. There we go. Tyler. Yeah, effing Tyler. Look, there you go. And then if you go below 5, 6, 5.5, 5, yeah, F Tyler. Yes. So right. So that's obviously the limits it works between, which is sort of understandable. You're getting above 60 psi. You're getting a little bit. Yeah. Right. So we can set this, or we can set it, and we will. We ought to look what these should be on your car, shouldn't we, Tyler? We should add this to the video, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yes. And it'll depend. It might depend on the type of tyres you got and what sort of driving you're doing and whether you're towing and all that. But let's see if we can find some information and put that there. So once you've set that, now it will go off after 5 minutes of non-use. But while we're doing the turning on, we'll tell you how to turn it off. So to turn it off, if you just want to turn it off, you're finished with it. I've got to remember now, Tyler. So we've got to press this and hold until we get 6 bars come up. 2 bars, 3, 4, 5, 6, release, bam. And you will notice now it has turned the power back on to that little, you can see the little power light on my thumb there. So, right, we want it on. So that's how you turn it on and off. So we are going to go back on again. We are going to set, we don't want it all the way down there. We are going to set it to 38. Now, we haven't got 39. I've gone large, look, Tyre. Right, so now we have to press that to store that, and that is now stored. Now, it's not going to start, I don't think, until I've connected. No, good, right, so it's not going to start. So now we can connect it. Now, this is what you get, and it's got a little sort of, see that little motion there? That, and it's got some little bellows, look. So you have to sort of pull that back to get it in and out. Now, don't connect this end to the wheel first, because air will just out of here. There's some sort of, but there's no one. Once the Schrader valve is pushed in there, it will just push, and then you can't plug it on because you're fighting the air. So this end first, and it just goes on. And if you can't get it off again, you're good, right? So right, so let's attach that. We've removed the dust caps to make this video shorter for you. Right, careful you don't cross thread it. Screw that on all the way. Is it going on, Tyler? No, it ain't even going on. Look. Too busy talking. Right. And I heard a little there, and it's pressurized all this tube up now with whatever pressure is in the, and oh, it's gone off, Tyler. I've got to open the door, look. Open the door, close the door. Too much talking. The power lights come on here. There we go. Right then, yeah, if you have the ignition on, but we are inside, you probably better with your car running. Right then, so off it goes. So you can see it's flashing 35.5, which is the current pressure, and it then flashes the target pressure. So it's flashing between what it currently is and what it needs to get to, and you can see it work its way up. It's still going, Tyler. Is it getting there? Oh, there you go. I think it stops a little bit short. We go 39. There we go. A little flash, flash, flash. All done. So I think I could then disconnect that, put it on another wheel. Let's try, shall we? Right. So we disconnect that. Yes, so what's it saying now? So we've disconnected it now. It's still got the 39 showing there. Right, let's see what happens here, Tyler. Let's put it on this one. Right. So you can see there that it's automatically detected that it was gone from one wheel to another, so you could go around the whole car with that, and you could use it to inflate your tyres or deflate your tyres. Right, we've written a list of what we're going to do here, Tyler, haven't we? So we have done the on, we've done the off. Right, we've got to discuss measure mode, and we've also got to discuss changing the units. So let's disconnect that, or stop. Can we stop that? Yeah, so we've stopped that, okay? So at the moment, the units are PSI, pounds per square inch. Now we can change these to bar. 3 quick presses. There we go. And then it's in bar, okay? And 3 quick presses again. And you have got to do it quick. It's quite rapid fire. You've got to be good on the old computer games for this one. Right. The last mode we need to show you is the measure mode. So the measure mode, we need to press and hold for 3 seconds. And how many things does that equate to? 1, 2, 3. Right. And when it changes mode, it does that. So it's on low. Low because there is no pressure, right? So it's like 0 pressure because it's got no connection. Now I think it's actually timed out of the measure mode now. I think if it sees low so let's connect it. And then right, and let's see what that says. So we are going to go again. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. It's changing mode. So that's 39 psi. So that's good because that's what we blew it up to earlier. So there we go. We've done measure mode. We've done changing units. We've done turning it on. We've done turning it off. We've shown you the low, off range and off range. We did do something with it earlier. We managed to get it to say like BT, didn't we? but we don't know what, we sort of pressed it like 6 times, but I can't recreate that. I'll try one more time, just as a bonus feature. Let me see if I can get this. I think we pressed it 6 times rapidly. No, it's not doing it now. But there we go. If you know any more tips or tricks with the compressor, then let us know, and well, let everyone know. Just read the comments below. People might have some good tips. Right, so I did say earlier in the video I would show you tyre pressure. So we are going to, so there is a plate on the bottom of the door here, and I will put a picture of that, but it's kind of complicated to read. So the better way is probably jump in the car and we will show you how to use the onboard tyre pressure system. So this is controlled by not the infotainment menu, but the steering wheel menu. So Tyler will fly it and film it. So if you go along to vehicle, you can see the tyre information. So if you scroll down on the left keypad, there we go, and click OK. And then you've got 2 things here. You can see the tyre pressures, and you can also change the load settings. So if we go into the tyre pressures, you will see the screen there. Now, the value in brackets are the target tyre pressures you should have. Now, bear in mind, these will be configured at the factory, and if you've changed your tyres, as we have, they may not be absolutely correct, but most of you guys will be running on factory tyres. So you should be getting your tyre pressures at the front to 49.3 and at the rear to 52.5. Now, that's currently set for a heavy load. So if you go back on screen, right, and you go down to tyre information again, and you go to the load setting, click OK there, and we were set for heavy load there. So let's go for light load, which is what most of you will do, and then you click that, okay, and then you go back and go back to tyre pressures. Now your tyre pressures now are 35.4 is your target pressure for the front, and 38.6 is your target pressure for the rear. Right, so Tyler did make a good point as well. He said, well, gosh, look at that. That on heavy load, you're at, for the rear, you're pushing
54 it was.
It was 54, wasn't it? Yeah, which is close to the 60 max. So we are getting towards the higher end of the pressure that the onboard compressor is capable of doing. So there we go. I hope that's helped you. Check the tyre pressures for your car. Make sure they're right. Use the compressor to get them correct, because it is important for driving safety. There we go. Good luck with that. Stay safe.